Hello, and welcome to this Tealium Challenger Series video on how to prevent your customers from accidentally exposing their sensitive data. My name is Kojo Minta, and I'm a solutions consultant here at Tealium. And at a high level, I want to show you how you can help ensure the privacy of your customers by essentially taking away their ability to send sensitive data where it could end up violating your privacy agreement. Now, there are a lot of different ways this can happen, but generally speaking, it's going to come down to situations where people enter in their sensitive data into the wrong form field of your site by mistake, and then using Tealium to spot that before it gets sent to an endpoint that isn't designated for that sensitive data. And to illustrate how to do this, I'm going to use a real-life situation that one of our customers in the financial services industry faced. So essentially what happened was after a site redesign, they had a login box and an internal search box that were next to each other on the homepage. It looked something like this, but obviously this isn't the actual website. Now, since the member login was set as their social security number by default when they became members, some people are entering in their social security numbers into that internal search box and inadvertently passing it to the analytics database, which is obviously a clear violation of the data privacy agreement that was in place. Now, this customer initially thought that since this is an issue that was in the analytics database, they'd have to have the analytics vendor fix it, right? And the analytics vendor came back to him and said it's going to cost tens of thousands of dollars. It's going to take weeks and weeks of consulting hours to fix it. But luckily, they reached out to their Tealium account manager as well, and they're able to learn that we set that first point of data collection and curation on the site. So we're able to manipulate data before it gets sent to an analytics vendor or any other vendor in your stack for that matter. So we're able to fix the problem in like a day or two with just one line of code. So if you're currently using our tag management platform and you collect sensitive information on your customers through your site or mobile app, you can follow these 3 steps to ensure that your customers can't accidentally expose theirs to an unsecured endpoint. The first step is to create a new set data values extension and scope to the relevant vendor tag. And the example I'm going to walk you through, it's going to be Adobe Analytics. The second step is select a corresponding variable from the data layer and tell Tealium IQ to overwrite it. And in this example, it's going to be events.searchTerm. And then the final step, you're going to set a condition for the text overwrite, which basically will be to enter the text SSN in place of the social security number. And that's going to happen when the regular expression code detects the data format associated with that sensitive data. And you can see the code here below. Now let's go to the platform so I can show you how this works. So here we are in the platform, and this is our extension section, which basically contains a bunch of user-friendly ways to manipulate data before it gets to your vendor. Now in this example, I want to use a set data values extension, so I'll add it there. And now let's give it a name. We can just call it social security number replace. And now we want to scope it, but not to all tags because we don't care about all tags in this case. The only tag we really care about is Adobe Analytics. And we can see it here in the tag section. There's the Adobe Analytics tag, and you can see the map variables. And there's the events.searchTerm. It's getting mapped through to search term within the Adobe Analytics database. So let's go back to the extension section and rescope it to Adobe Analytics. And now, what's the data layer variable in question? Well, we know it's events.searchTerm. So we can select it here from the data layer. And what's the text we want to overwrite the social security number with? Well, it's just the letters SSN. And now what's the condition for this happening? Well, this is where that regular expression code comes into play, right? So now let's use the same data layer variable as before. And it's going to be regular expression code. So we'll select that here. And then we'll just paste the code in there. And that's all there is to it. So now what this code is doing is basically looking for any number with a 3-2-4 digit format. And when it sees that in the search box, it's going to immediately replace that number with the text SSN and just pass that text through to the Adobe Analytics database, so ensuring that no privacy violations are occurring. Now, obviously, there are a lot of other types of sensitive data. You have email address, birth date, bank account number, credit card number as examples here. But this is really just to give you a sense of what's possible within the Tealium IQ platform in terms of dealing with sensitive data. You know, obviously, if you have a situation that is similar to this in any way, you want to talk to your account manager and they'll help you figure out exactly what data variables are relevant, the regular expression code that you're going to need, the tags you need to scope this extension to, those sorts of things. So I want to thank you for watching this video in the Tealium Challenger series. Hope you found it informative. And if you have any questions about leveraging Tealium IQ for this use case or any similar use cases, please feel free to reach out to your account manager, or you can even reach out to me directly at kojo.minta@tealium.com. Thanks again.